Big block Mopars, rusty muscle cars, forgotten Corvettes, and old trucks sitting for decades. These 20 classic projects are some of the craziest cheap finds online right now. Number 1. 1974 Pontiac Grand Prix, $5,000, Everett, PA. This 1974 Pontiac Grand Prix comes with a classic orange exterior and white interior combination, showing 46K miles on the odometer. The seller says the car runs and drives, although it could use carburetor tuning and fresh fuel after sitting. The vinyl top and headliner will need replacement, but overall, the car appears to be a usable vintage cruiser with solid presentation for its age. A realistic older driver that still has plenty of classic 1970s Pontiac style. Number 2. 1976 Ford Thunderbird Coupe 2D, $5,000, Bloomingdale, Illinois. Powered by a 460 V8 and backed by a C6 automatic transmission, this 1976 Thunderbird is described as a running and driving project with several recent repairs already completed. The seller mentions a nice interior, spoke wheels, and included extra parts. The factory air conditioning currently does not work, but the car remains roadworthy and could be driven home. It's presented as either a cruiser project or a possible rat rod candidate depending on what the next owner wants to build. Number 3. 1973 Pontiac GTO Coupe 2D, $4,000, Summerfield, NC. This 1973 Pontiac GTO is powered by a 455 big block with a turbo 400 transmission, although it originally came as a 400 four-speed car. The seller says it runs and can't move around the yard, but it has been sitting for years and will require major work before regular road use. Rust is a major factor here, including soft metal under the vinyl roof, plus holes in the floors and trunk pan. Even so, it remains a fairly rare one-year GTO project with several four-speed parts included and strong appeal for dedicated Pontiac enthusiasts.
Number 4. 1968 Plymouth Valiant, $5,000, Salem, VA. This 1968 Plymouth Valiant Signet features a 318 V8 and reportedly runs great with around 69K original miles. The seller describes it as a solid driver with a clean title, inspection completed, and an interior that still presents well for its age. The paint still shines nicely, although there are a few small rust spots, cracks in the dash, and some wear on the front seats. Overall, it sounds like a straightforward vintage Mopar that could either stay on the road as is or become a mild restoration project. Number 5. 1977 Chevrolet Monte Carlo LS Coupe 2D, $5,000, West Jefferson, Ohio. This 1977 Chevrolet Monte Carlo Landau hardtop is described as a reliable V8 cruiser that was daily driven until earlier this year. It shows 77K original miles and still retains its opera windows, vinyl top, chrome trim, and factory-style wheels. The seller is upfront about paint wear, patina, and rust spots, but the car remains complete and roadworthy. It looks like one of those honest older cruisers that still gets attention without pretending to be a show car. Number 6. 1977 Chevrolet Corvette Championship Special Edition Coupe 2D, $3,500, Centerville, MD. This Corvette project is being sold as is and currently needs an engine plus a full restoration. The seller notes that the door locks are not working, but the car still appears mostly complete overall. For someone looking for a later C3 restoration candidate, this could be a starting point, depending on how much work they are prepared to take on. It's clearly not a quick turnaround project, but complete Corvettes at this price are getting harder to find.
Number 7. 1974 Ford F-250 Long Bed, $3,500, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Powered by a 351 Windsor with aftermarket upgrades, including headers, cam, and X-pipe exhaust, this F-250 is described as a fun old truck that still runs and drives well. The seller admits it could use bodywork, but says the truck remains solid overall. This one sounds more like a usable old-school pickup than a full restoration piece. With the manual transmission and modified V8 setup, it has the kind of character many classic truck fans still enjoy driving today. Number 8. 1971 Lincoln Continental, $3,500, Muskego, Wisconsin. This 1971 Lincoln Continental Mark III still runs and drives, although the seller recommends carburetor tuning and brake work before serious road use. It shows under 80K miles and keeps the big luxury coupe appearance these cars are known for. The seller suggests bringing a trailer if traveling far, but the car itself sounds largely complete and functional. For the price, it looks like an affordable entry into vintage personal luxury cars from the early 1970s. Number 9. 1967 Oldsmobile Cutlass Convertible, $2,300, Antigo, Wisconsin. This Cutlass convertible is described as mostly complete and currently runs on spray fuel. The seller includes extra parts with the car and notes that all 4 tires still hold air. The biggest issue is significant frame rest on the driver's side, making this more of a serious project or parts candidate. Even so, complete 1967 convertibles still attract attention from restorers looking for hard-to-find pieces.
Number 10. 1975 Chevrolet Vega 2-door, $4,000, Battle Creek, Michigan. This 1975 Vega GT comes with a Saginaw 4-speed transmission and reportedly still runs and drives. The car has spent more than 20 years in a garage and includes a clean title. It currently has no brakes and no gas tank, so it will need additional work before returning to regular road use. Still, the overall condition sounds fairly complete for an older Vega project, especially considering how many disappeared years ago.
Number 11. 1956 Oldsmobile, $3,500, Gates, TN. This 1956 Oldsmobile 88 4-door comes equipped with the 324 Rocket V8 and an automatic transmission. The seller describes it as a nice older car that still presents well in red with matching red interior. The car is said to run and drive, making it more than just a parked restoration project. While details are limited, it sounds like a fairly complete mid-1950s cruiser that could be enjoyed while slowly improving along the way. The overall impression is an older survivor-style car rather than a fully restored example. For someone wanting a usable 1950s sedan without spending huge money, this one appears to offer a realistic starting point. Number 12. 1974 Dodge D200, $3,500, Woodbury, TN. This Dodge D200 is powered by a 440 big block and automatic transmission, with the seller stating that it runs, drives, and stops. Several new parts have already been installed, including the starter, plugs, ECU box, relay, and voltage regulator. The truck still needs tires and additional work before being considered road-ready for longer trips. According to the seller, it has only been driven locally up and down the road since being revived. Inside, the interior is described as fairly decent, aside from a rip in the driver's seat. Overall, it sounds like a solid heavy-duty Mopar truck project with strong mechanical potential, but still needing finishing work.
Number 13. 1972 Chevrolet El Camino SS, $3,500, Waverly, Virginia. This one-owner 1972 El Camino SS retains its numbers-matching 350 small block and is described as an original project vehicle. The seller says it has been running and driving around the yard, although it still needs wiring work completed. Floor pans and body repairs will also be required, making this a fairly involved restoration project. A replacement wiring harness is included, but still needs installation. The car reportedly comes with all the chrome trim as well, which can save time and money during restoration. It's clearly not a finished vehicle, but complete SS-era El Caminos continue to draw interest from Chevrolet enthusiasts. Number 14. 1976 Dodge D100 Adventurer, $4,000, Batavia, Ohio. According to the seller, this 1976 Dodge D100 stands out because the body and interior remain far cleaner than many trucks from the same era. The truck starts and briefly runs, but currently needs carburetor work along with a leaking fuel line repair. The seller also mentions needing brakes and tires before it could safely return to regular driving duty. Mechanically, it still requires attention, but cosmetically, it sounds much more preserved than average. The interior is described as nearly perfect aside from windows that do not currently roll down. For someone wanting a cleaner starting point, this appears to be more of a mechanical project than a body restoration. Number 15. 1970 Mercedes-Benz 250C, $1,600, London, Kentucky. This rare W114 Mercedes coupe was reportedly imported from Germany and still retains factory air conditioning. The seller says the engine was able to run briefly using fuel through the carburetor and describes both the drivetrain and interior as being in excellent condition. Even so, the car will still require substantial restoration work before returning to the road. It has also been sitting for many years while the current owner focused on other projects. The history adds some interest, as the seller claims it was owned by the same Navy captain from the early 1970s until the late 1990s. For the right buyer, this could become a rewarding long-term European restoration project. Number 16. 1974 Chevrolet 1-Ton, $1,500, Wolverine, Michigan. This Chevrolet 3500 flatbed truck has been sitting for roughly 15 years and currently does not run. The seller believes fresh fuel, a battery, and some mechanical work could likely get it running again. The truck is equipped with a 350 engine, manual transmission, removable side panels, and a 12-foot steel flatbed. Rust and cosmetic wear are present throughout, and the right front tire is currently off the bead. Because it has no title and will need to be winched onto a trailer, this is clearly a heavy project. Still, older 1-ton work trucks like this can appeal to buyers looking for a farm truck, shop hauler, or restoration candidate.
Number 17. 1963 Ford Falcon, $1,800, Hamlet, NC. This four-door Ford Falcon is described as a solid restoration candidate that still runs and drives. The seller says it mainly needs fuel system attention, including flushing the tank and lines. Most of the floor pans have already received repair work, which could save some effort compared to starting with a completely rusted shell. The car currently sits on a trailer, and the seller even mentions possible delivery. While not a finished car by any means, it sounds like a fairly complete compact Ford project with enough mechanical life left to move under its own power. Number 18. 1967 Jeep Jeepster Commando 2-door wagon, $3,500, Liberty Center, Inland. This Jeepster Commando reportedly came from Arizona and is described as very solid with minimal rust. It still appears to retain the original Dauntless 225 V6 engine, along with a manual transmission and four-wheel drive setup. The vehicle has spent more than 40 years stored in a barn and comes with additional parts inside. Unfortunately, the title is missing, although the seller says the previous owner simply cannot locate it. Because of its long storage period, this Jeep will likely need complete mechanical inspection before serious driving. Still, the solid body condition could make it attractive compared to many rusted Midwest examples.
Number 19. 1977 Ford Granada 302 Auto, $1,850, Belvidere, Illinois. The exterior of this Granada is described as fairly clean, but the floors and trunk sections have already been cut out and will need replacement. The seller also notes that it needs a fuel tank along with additional restoration work. The 302 engine reportedly ran from a remote fuel source last year, suggesting the drivetrain may still have potential. Beyond that, the car clearly remains an unfinished project. Cars like the Granada are not commonly restored, but some buyers still appreciate their simple late 1970s Ford styling and V8 availability. This one will require significant metalwork before becoming roadworthy again.
Number 20. 1976 Jeep Wrangler, $800, Bessemer, Alabama. This Jeep is being sold mainly as a body shell with no engine or transmission included. The seller is offering it as a project platform for someone wanting to build or swap their own drivetrain setup. Because it is incomplete, the value here mostly comes from the body itself and whatever usable Jeep components remain attached. The seller is also open to offers rather than holding firmly to the listed price. For experienced builders, projects like this can sometimes become affordable starting points. However, it's clearly intended for someone prepared to source major missing components and handle a full rebuild. Which project would you say first? The Pontiac GTO, the Jeepster Commando, or that old Lincoln Continental? Drop your favorite below and subscribe for more classic car finds every week.